All right, Chuck Liddell, welcome to the podcast, buddy. Finally,
man. Wait, what happened, Marc? Yeah.
I told Marc that you said that he had to dress as a ladyboy to be on the podcast.
Well, he dressed like that every day I was there, so you should put the same again when I'm calling.
You paid me.
He took it serious.
Do you like this look?
It's pretty scary, actually.
Took me 2 hours to do it.
It scared me, but that's a pretty scary look.
I've seen some rough stuff with old Marky here, but this has got to be the worst I've ever seen him ever.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's a long time to get this good looking, and it's hot as shit, man.
This hair is hot.
This is hey, fun fact. This is real hair. This is real fucking hair.
You're wearing real hair?
Yeah, we got a girl at the gym that's a hairdresser / makeup artist, and she had real hair. I was like, well, fuck, man.
How do you get hair that long, dude?
I don't know, but I love it.
That's not like a normal trim. You go in and get like a little bit trimmed off. Like, that's like a whole head of hair.
It's so fucking hot. It's ridiculous, dude. I don't know how people do this. And I am wearing makeup. I don't know if y'all can see that from there, but...
yeah, move so I can see your face a little bit. I can barely see it.
You want me to come closer?
No, move to the sides. Move towards the pole. There you go. Yeah, not move the other way. But yeah, good. Get it out of the way. You look really good.
All right, now you paid your fee, so we can have Chuck Liddell on.
Yeah, thanks for that, man. Nobody else has done that shit to me, but thank you.
He actually said that you need to wear a tutu, and I kind of took it a step.
Yeah, hold on, was this really your idea?
No, the tutu was, but this is a lot better version of it.
Yeah, I just thought
I'm wearing a dress too.
I thought I'd boost it up a little bit.
Show you a little leg. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Did you see some nuts?
I'm glad the camera can't see that.
Hey, they're huge, man. I'm sorry. The monkeys are covering my
and dick. A brand new Eiffel Tower made by Lego, by the way.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How do
you go from Ladyboy to Lego, huh?
You know about that one?
From Ladyboy to Lego to Liddell.
Yeah. So anyway, we got Chuck Liddell here.
This hair's annoying.
So I was just hanging out with Chuck. It's good to see you again, buddy. We were in LA here a while back and had a good time, man. Good time at a party and hanging out. I got to ask you, though, we've been posting on MikeSwick.com, and I've been following this ultimate expedition where you went in the mountain of, I think, Peru, right?
Yeah.
So what is the story behind that? And, like, I saw you getting really sick, and then you were just sitting in, like, ice-cold water, and, like, that might have what got you sick, by the way.
Maybe, but I needed it for my legs. The thing was, I had an injury. I was coming back from my shoulder thing, and I had taken some time off. And then I got offered to do the show, and it sounded like a really cool thing to do. But I thought when they offered it to me that the show was going to be shot in, like, October.
Oh, okay.
So I thought I had, like, I got 3 months to get in shape, no problem. So they called me, and it's like, they called me a couple weeks after I said I'd do it, and it's like, okay, you're leaving in 2 weeks. So, whoa, wait a minute, what? I'm leaving when? So I had about 2 weeks to get prepared to get in shape for that thing, and I was actually taking time off. I took off about 2 months to heal my shoulder, and so I had absolutely no cardio shape showing up to start that show, but it was interesting, man. It was a lot of fun. It was something different. I'd never done anything like that, but you started at like 10,000. I think we started at 10,500 feet. I think our base camp was at 14,500 feet, and then our high camp was like 16,000 plus feet, and then we were hiking to 18 and 20. I think was the final that the guys did.
Wow. And you had Steve-O there. How was that hanging out with Steve-O?
Man, he's crazy. A lot of fun. He's a great guy, and he really is nuts. He likes to do crazy stuff and makes things interesting.
I know you went into like getting knocked out, which was pretty hilarious how he described it and you described it, and then you choked him out at one point, laid him down on the mountain. You missed where you were supposed to lay him out. You laid down this nice little like jacket for him to lay on, and then you choked him out and then just like dropped him on some rocks.
Bro, I forgot about the jacket. Sorry, guys.
He gets Steve passed out and then just drops him. On the rocks.
Sorry, I don't know how to sit.
He did fine. He did good. I think after that, half the crew asked me to choke him out. I'm like, no, I'm not choking everybody out.
Yeah.
Why does everybody want that?
He does this stuff for a living.
Dude.
How about? I was going to ask.
I'll choke Marc out. Is that what you're asking?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I'll choke Marc out anytime you want.
Yeah, you wouldn't choke him out right now. Trust me, you don't want to touch this guy.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you could.
I might not be his friend after this. After seeing this side of him, this is rough. I live in Thailand, and this is rough.
I've met you twice, and you wanted to fight me twice. You actually? Do you remember when your son beat me up?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Had a 5-year-old beat me up. You were there. Yeah. How is the family, by the way? Great family.
Family's great, man. Everyone's doing good. We just got back from doing last ski trip for the year, I think. So that was fun. We went to Whitefish, Montana. We're up there doing skiing.
Nice.
Yeah, can't complain.
Nice. And then you were on Big Brother. So what?
What was the Big Brother like? We'll go. I'm asking. Yeah, I'm a fan of the show, so I kind of want to know.
It was actually a lot of downtime. It was like killing time. You had nothing to do. I mean, from Ultimate Fighter, they don't let you read. No TV, no radio, no anything, and you're just sitting there, and really just there's a small gym you can work out in. You can cook food, and then you can talk to people, and that is it.
See, that's your payback, because during Ultimate Fighter, we had to sit in the house and not do anything and not have any fun. You and Randy got to go hang out in like Vegas and gamble and do what y'all wanted to do. So
right,
this is like payback.
Whole different experience for us than it was for you.
Yeah, no, I could tell. And so, like, do you have any other reality shows coming up? Anything that you're I know you're doing a lot of vlogs, I guess. You call it vlogs on your page. I'm watching all these videos of you doing, like, cool little, like, insights to your career and things that are going on your YouTube channel. Are you doing more of those and venturing into that sort of thing? Or you got any more reality shows planned or what?
Well, we're working on something. We got something coming up, I think. We might have another show coming up, but I'm not really getting into it yet. But we're talking about. I'm talking about fighting. They're talking about. I mean, Tito's mouthing off again, but that's Tito. He mouths off and he doesn't usually follow through. But we can talk him into following through fighting. I might even fight again.
So what's the deal with Tito? Because we obviously love when you were AKA Thailand, and you were doing submit work wearing a AKA Thailand tank top, which we love, and then you did a hashtag that said something about Tito, something about shut at your mouth and something. So what's the deal? Because you did a movie with Tito recently, right? And then how was it doing a movie with him, and then now having this beef?
With him, no, we got a charity event. It all started at a charity event where you did someone asked us to do a face off, and then and I posted something, and then he got all hurt and posted something back talking trash, and I just said something back, and it was pretty funny, but kind of punked him a little bit, and so it's been going back and forth, and now he's came out. He said I can beat Chuck now, but I won't fight him. I'm done. I'm retired. But then he decided, I guess, that he would come back for one more fight against me. So, if he really means it, I'd be more than happy to beat him up again.
So, do you think Tito's still or is he a sensitive guy to you? And B, what would happen in a fight with you and Tito Ortiz? How long would that last, and how would it go?
Well, he's still the same guy. He's still the same fighter. Still fights the same. I'm gonna hit him, and he's not gonna like it. And he'll fold at some point during the fight. Hopefully, he's able to hang around for a while so the fans can get a good show.
I've always wanted to ask you something, like, not to bag on anyone, but in the fight when you hit him and then dropped him down, but he wasn't out, and then he covered up, and then he just covered up until you finished him. In your opinion, as the guy who was in the octagon actually punching him, do you think that you knocked him out and hurt him really bad to where he was out, like as far as to where he couldn't continue, or do you think he quit?
The first fight he was out. He didn't know where he was. He was out. They had to stop it. he was being asked, "Do you want to stop?" He was like, you know, "Move or I'm going to stop it. Move or I'm going to stop it." And he looked up at the referee. And the referee with that eyes like, "I ain't moving."
Right.
And he stopped it. So yeah, he knew he stopped. He quit.
So he quit in that one, you think?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to ask you that because you never know if someone got hit in a certain way or something, but yeah.
No. The first one he wasn't there. They said it was a good stop, but the second one he quit.
Nice. And I don't know if you remember this. I was at one of your fights. I believe you fought a long, long time ago at a show. It was IFC, yeah?
Yeah.
And I was there. It was this little show. I think it was at like maybe it was an Indian casino. I don't know, but it was a small venue. And that was the first time I ever saw you fight. And it was like a small crowd, and it was like IFC or something before UFC days. And I remember,
Steve Heath.
Huh?
Steve Heath was the guy's name.
Yeah.
Kicked head.
When was that? Like, how long ago was that from now? Well, I guess.
Oh, man. I was at early 2000s.
Jeez.
That was a long time. Because that was before, that was after my first contract with UFC, but before my second one.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You were in UFC.
He had just started managing me. And he just started managing me, and then we were trying to get, and then the UFC offered me 1-1, 2-2, and 3-3, and they were like, "We're not taking that deal." And so he's on now. He sent me over. We went over to IFC and fight. He's like, "No, you got to win this fight. You got to knock this guy out." You know.
So speaking of that,
got a lot better deal with UFC.
So going from those 1-1 days and 2-2 days, that's 1-1,000, 2-2,000.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on? First of all, what are your thoughts on Conor McGregor and the amount of money guys are making now compared to when you were coming up and you were the face, which you still are the face of the sport, I think. But when you were coming up compared to the guys now, what are your thoughts on how much money is actually being dished out to these fighters now, like Conor McGregor and some of these others?
I think some of the guys are making some really good money, but I think the fighters still should make more. You know, I think they're the ones out there risking everything. I think they should be making more money now. But I'm happy for all of them. I hope the guys make a lot of money.
Do you feel bad that like you kind of were early from the money? Because you fought such hard fights before all the money came.
After the money had gotten big sooner, but I made quite a bit, and it was nice being. I wouldn't give up all the experiences and stuff growing the sport.
Yeah.
For anything.
Yeah, and then I have to ask you about Conor one more time. Just what did you think about this is the first time I've talked to you since then, but the Conor bus incident, that whole thing.
It was just dumb. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. It just wasn't the brightest thing I wanted to do. Yeah. I mean, and what's the point of it?
Yeah.
You're mad at Khabib, but why you do it that way? Why you take it that way?
Yeah, right.
You're grown. You're an athlete. Fight him in the ring.
Yeah.
Go out there and take a fight with him. Go fight him.
Yeah.
If you're that mad at him, fight him in the ring. It's that easy.
Yeah, it's not like he makes, he doesn't make enough money to go in there and fight. I mean,
he needs to promote himself even more.
Yeah. I think anyone would buy that fight regardless whether he attacked the bus or not. But
maybe the average fan now will come along, but
who knows what's going to happen. I guess he's facing a lot of trouble now, so we'll see what happens with that. So Boss Rutten had recently went on something you said.
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
Boss Rutten was on Joe Rogan saying something about the new thing that you guys might be doing. Is that the thing you can't talk about or can? Because Boss said something about it, but I don't know.
There's combat karate.
Combat karate.
The point is, it's like kind of like the old full contact karate style fighting. It's fun to watch. It's just another striking league. It's another league out there if you want to watch guys get after it and karate style striking.
Nice. So it's going to be on TV and.
Yeah, they're doing shows. They keep trying to grow and get a place for guys to showcase their martial arts skills.
Nice. And so you said you want to fight again, but I mean, do you really want to fight again? I mean, you got so much other stuff. It seems like, because I was in LA with you, and I want to say, like, we were in LA and we were on Sunset Boulevard, and like, you know, this is like celebrities and producers and all these people, but like, dude, Chuck Liddell is like Chuck Liddell. Yeah. And there wasn't anybody there that got more attention than Chuck Liddell. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, seriously. So it's like, I mean, it seems like you can be like the Shaq. I guess I was watching a show about Shaq and just how much stuff he's done since playing basketball, just endorsing products and being kind of like taking that next step. And it seems like you can fit that role so well. Like you like to do funny things, you're quirky, you know, you can fit that role to do all these like promotions and promoting and different things. Like, I see you totally doing that. Is that something you're interested in, or that you would be interested in?
It's definitely that's really the direction I'm going in right now, doing all those things. But you know, Tito sparked some interest running his mouth again. So
you just want to beat up Tito.
Training, and I wouldn't mind punching him in the mouth.
If you were to fight Tito, like where, what event, what organization? I mean, what would it be? You could probably do your own at this point.
If he really wants to do it, I'll do it in his backyard if he likes.
Yeah, I think Chuck can pretty much do it anyhow he wants to do it at this stage.
You know, we got a gym with a couple of rings and an octagon. You know, I mean, whatever.
that works for me.
We pay top Thai bot. You know how expensive stuff is here, so
better have a good pay-per-view deal.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna get much.
We'll give you a cut of the pay-per-view as I brush the hair out of my face. Jesus, I'm such a fucking homo.
Real hair out of your face,
fuck, man. Thanks a lot for this, dude. By the way, it's tough.
The fact it's real is what.
You have to one up this for next time I come on the show.
Yeah, what is he gonna do next? No clothes at all, or what?
You want?
I want a scat. Please, don't do that.
You want some of these? These are fake, by the way.
I gotta sit next to this guy.
Hey, I didn't plan on this.
How are people gonna come to AKA Thailand and take this guy serious anymore after this?
They never do anyway. You didn't.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. So
yeah, when you came.
You were in Thailand. Got to hang out with some cool guys like us. We got to cruise the islands. We got to cruise Phuket. You got to see the gym, AKA Thailand. So what were your thoughts on Thailand in general, and then and everything that we did?
Oh, it was a lot of fun, man. I had a great time out there. You know, I think one of my favorite things was going to that bar and watching those guys fight. The drunk guys fight at the bar.
Well, y'all cornered those guys.
Yeah, cornered that guy and had to beat your guy.
That's right. So for those that don't know, we went to a place in Phi Phi Island. We were in an island that was like miles off the coast where there's just nothing. And there was a Muay Thai ring set up at a bar, and
anybody can fight.
I think I paid off the judges to win that
you
fight.
did.
I bet you guys.
Yeah,
you cheated. Y'all cornered against each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he lost
cheated.
money, but I won the bet.
Yeah, so he cheated. So these tourists are allowed to fight if they want to, and if you fight, you get a free bucket of alcohol.
Hey.
Right. So all these tourists would get in there and fight, and then just out of nowhere we come in, and then now all of a sudden we're betting against fighters, and we want our fighter to win so much we're cornering our fighter. So these tourists, who are pretty much fight fans.
Yeah, but you guys picked the guy. I mean, I started at a disadvantage. I had to do something to win.
He picked the guy who's been knocked down like 3 times. Well, I picked the guy that knocked the guy down 3 times.
So let me start this over. So y'all walked into a bar where they allow fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the bar, but I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I wasn't invited.
The reggae bar.
Thanks. Yeah. So y'all just, some random drunk dudes were fighting each other, and y'all just picked corners.
Yeah.
So these guys had no clue that Mike Swick and Chuck Liddell are cornering people.
Well, not at that time. And then I picked the guy who was clearly winning because and I said, hey, Chuck, I bet you this much money that this guy's going to win. And Chuck's like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I'm like, easy. So then Chuck goes, and then he disappears for a while, and I see him paying off the ref. Like
You paid off a fixed drunk fight.
Yeah.
All right,
in
man.
between rounds, he's paying off the
That's
ref.
competitive.
Of course, I only let win.
Hey, hold on. What are you drinking there? What's that about?
Oh, it's water.
Oh, that's no fun.
And then he's quartering the guy, right? That's expensive water. Jeez,
yeah,
it must be nice to Chuck Liddell. That's
that Peru mountain water, huh?
That's fresh off the spring. Holy shit! All right. Anyway, back to my story. So Chuck wanted to make sure this guy won, so he paid the ref off. And if that wasn't enough, he started cornering this guy. So the guy comes back to the corner, and fucking Chuck Liddell's in his corner. He had no idea Chuck Liddell was there, and he'd been knocked down maybe a couple times already, and he was drunk. So he was just like, what the fuck, right? So then I'm cornering the other guy, and even though I thought my guy was going to win for sure, I mean, he won like every round, And lo and behold, guess who won?
You fucking paid off the ref.
Chuck Liddell's guy won. And we did this live
Good
on
work,
Facebook.
man.
We did this live on Facebook back and forth, too, so it was actually really cool for the fans.
There were some competitive assholes.
That were, we competed everything.
Yeah, I'm screaming at this guy trying to give him a thing, and his girlfriend or somebody goes, "Hey, you know, he doesn't speak English."
Yeah. You picked the right country for that shit.
That was
I think he's French, but he's speaking English. He doesn't understand what you're saying.
But that was awesome, man. That was a highlight for sure. And
that was pretty cool.
The islands were beautiful, of course. What was one of your other favorite parts of Thailand or experiences, whatever, that while you were visiting?
Was it when we hung out together? You can be honest.
Oh yeah, that was definitely not the highlight, but it was good. It was okay, I guess. No, it was. Hey, we had a great time coming to the gym. You know, hanging out there with my son was fun. Goofing around, beating up Marc. He enjoyed beating up
what's
Marc.
up with that? Why was he always beating up Marc?
Don't bring that story up.
You wonder? Is that a serious question?
Well, I got to admit, and I want to apologize again. I've done it 12 times. I'm going to do it again. I did kind of make fun of your mohawk, which is a horrible idea. I get it. But I really didn't. You thought I did. But, yeah, your son kicked the shit out of me. So I think we're even. And I will say, I guess we can tell part of the story. I don't know if you. I hope you remember this. I mean, I'm sure you do. When I was urinating on the bar outside when I left.
Oh, when the police or security guards came. Yeah, I remember that.
And you came out and got my back. You remember doing that? You scared away those Thai dudes so I wouldn't get my ass kicked?
We were leaving, and Marc had to go to the restroom, so he thought he'd go down some alley and use the restroom, but he didn't realize.
I ended up pissing on the actual bar we were at.
You were pissing on the back of the bar, which we don't recommend to people at home. There was like 30 guys talk. I was like, "Where's Marc?" And I turned around, nobody was there, and I walked back, and there was like 30 guys circling around you, like literally. Yeah. And I was like, "Chuck, man, we got 30 guys circling around Marc over here." And then like you ran over there, and they were all like, "Hey, man, you can't, that was the easiest I've seen people let people off." Or
you got Chuck and you, and I want to thank you for that because I've taken on about 15 guys at once, but 30 is a little much. So I want to thank you for helping me out.
No problem.
I owe you one.
He did that.
If you were dressed like that, you could have just scared him away.
Hey, I was standing and peeing, though. I wasn't sitting down to pee. So just remember that.
He had that stare in his eye that Joe Rogan was talking about a while ago. We watched a little clip, that predator seal stare.
What?
I don't know if you ever saw that clip. Joe Rogan said you have a predator seal stare.
Yeah.
I saw that. Someone told me that. I checked it out.
And you just scare the hell out of people. Because like people will. How often do people mess with you in the club? Because I know some stories where people come up to you, but then you never get in fights, right? They just come up and they change their mind.
It's very rare anything happens like that. I don't have that problem much. I'm pretty laid back though, so as far as I don't. If I'm not smiling, everyone thinks I'm mad.
Yeah, I get the same thing. Everyone says I'm serious. I mean, I don't have a mohawk and a goatee and 50 UFC fights, but I have that serious look.
I don't get shit. They call me a pussy all the time.
Not that predator seal kind of look,
yeah,
but I got like a very serious look.
I can't vouch for that.
So
when are you heading back? I mean, you're supposed to come back in December, I thought.
It's kind of past December.
Yeah,
Chucky.
It's April.
It's a little past. Yeah, we're going to try. I think we're going to try again this next December.
Oh, so another 8 months.
Oh, well,
I got time to work out.
So what do you think about?
I think we're going to push it off until December or January, our next big trip.
All right, and then so what do you think about when you were at AKA Thailand? I have to ask you, what do you think about the gym and how that facility was?
Oh, it's a great facility. I love it. Outside, training outside out there is amazing. But yeah, it's a beautiful gym, beautiful facility, and just the backdrop is awesome.
Just for tradition's sake, I just want to say for the record, before that and since then, there's never been a time that we've worked out with somebody, especially a high-level athlete like yourself, who's so famous, that we ended the workout in the restaurant, and instead of drinking a protein shake, we had a shot of whiskey.
Jameson.
Was it Jameson?
Hashtag Jameson.
So that's the first time it's ever happened. It's the last time it's ever happened. Workout whiskey.
And I'm going to go out on a limb and say it wasn't just one.
It wasn't. No.
Yeah, it was not. So that's the only time I've ever drank at work.
Yeah.
So
I don't believe
I want
that.
to thank you again. I've thanked him a lot this week.
Up to the people, one person at a time.
So okay. So as far as
I come out there and drink whiskey after work, and now he's dressed up like a girl.
Well, I thought this was the stipulation for you to come on here. Now I know it was bullshit. Now I just look like a dickhead.
I said you had to wear a tutu. That was all.
Yeah, well, that's according to...
I wish I'd have filmed that. I told him before that he didn't have to really dress up as a lady boy.
I think I look phenomenal, to be honest with you.
It's just that real hair that is just fucking disgusting, bro.
Smells like fucking
I mean,
shit,
it's from
though.
a live person, or do they shave it off somebody that...
Maybe when somebody dies, they donate their hair?
Maybe, because who goes to a place and just says, I want all my hair gone?
I kind of want to highlight it, though. Is that weird? All right. I've had enough of this.
Jesus. All right, so I got to... I can't even think straight sitting next to this guy.
Sex sells.
Oh, my God. So, anyway, what's next?
See the look on his face.
This is what I got to deal with. You know how I am. And this is what I got to deal with every day, Chuck. How would he do in L.A. with the L.A. crowd?
I'm dressed for it.
He'd fit in great.
He's trying.
Man, what am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to talk shit back?
Yeah, that's like, so do you have any? Speaking of LA, do you have any movies coming up or anything on that realm or no? Because you just said you were doing a movie the other day on Instagram.
I one in December. Yeah, I shot one in December called Silencer. Should be coming out soon. We're working on a few different movies. I'm trying to get. I might shoot one this summer. More of a comedy, so that'd be interesting, something new. So it'd be fun. So.
Anything you can cast me in?
Yeah, as long as it's over there, I'll find something. Keep you from coming over this way, we're good.
Oh, thanks.
So you know I'm looking for a place in LA, and I'm not gonna say the area, but I know the area where you're at. So are you gonna be annoyed if I become your neighbor and then I just like show up all the time?
Or are you bringing him?
No, probably not.
I'll be there.
He's gonna probably stay here.
Then we're good.
All right, cool.
I like all the cabinets and stuff you got going on. I'm definitely coming there.
Awesome.
I think he hates me.
He looks like he'd slap you at this stage.
Shit. Damn it, Chuck.
Okay, so I'll let you go, man. I know you got a lot going on. Anything you want to promote that you got going on? Obviously, you got the YouTube videos. You're doing your little vlogs and stuff. They're really interesting. It seems like you're going back and just kind of like sharing thoughts and experiences throughout your career, which you've had such an elaborate career. I think it's an awesome idea, and you can find.
We're just trying to get more content out there for fans and stuff for people to see, and trying to get some stuff out that I haven't done before, or just some sort right now, tell stories of people. One of the guys when I was doing that show suggested, just why don't you just put out some stories? You tell stories all the time; they're great. So why don't you just put them out for the fans? I said, yeah, okay, why not? So just started doing some of that.
Yeah, nice. Let me ask you one more thing, real quick. We got Daniel Cormier fighting Stipe coming up. What is your thoughts on that fight with him stepping back up to heavyweight and fighting Stipe?
Man, that's a bold move, man. Yeah. Daniel's a tough guy, man. But so Stipe, man. That's a tough step up. So I wish him the best, man. It's a great fight, man. I'm excited about that fight.
All right, and before we go, I'm going to give you the floor, and I'm going to let you say whatever you want to Tito Ortiz, because obviously Tito and the whole MMA community watches our podcast, I'm sure.
We're huge.
So Tito's watching the podcast right now, and he's just like, oh, Chuck. So tell him what you feel.
Oh, man, Tito, just please put your money where your mouth is. Just, you're running your mouth again. Show up. Let's fight. Let's do it again.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah, so if that fight happens, we had some part of it, sort of, kind of.
I'll corner you if you'd like.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, you promised last time if we get 50,000 subscribers and I fight, that you'd come corner. You'd come help me out.
Well, it's probably going to be December.
If you're going to help drunk assholes,
2022.
yeah, you got to come help your boy out, right?
Yeah, that would be you're fighting. I'm in the corner. I get corner. Yeah.
Yeah, I give you 10% of 4,000 bucks, so we're looking at about $60 in your pocket, man. Shit,
that's awesome.
$16 in your pocket. My bad. So yeah, I'll get in touch with your agent.
All right, Chuck.
Nice.
Hey, listen, man. I really appreciate you coming on the podcast, man. I know you don't do these very often, and
thank you very much.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you getting Marc to dress up like a ladyboy. I've never seen him like this. And anything that embarrasses him makes me feel good, so I appreciate that too.
Can you not have him ever do that again?
I
thought it was your idea, but I'll send you a picture so you can have it. Don't worry about it.
He'll sign it.
Okay, you got
with lipstick.
Send it.
Tell the family I said hello. Tell Heidi. You know I'm a huge fan of Heidi. Tell her hello.
Yeah, tell everybody we said we love everybody, and we'll see you in LA, and I'll be your new neighbor soon, hopefully.
All right, man. See you soon, man.
All right, see you, brother.
All right, man. Thank you.
Take care.
Oh, this is still recording. Maybe something for the viewers, huh? No, oops, I lost a tip.
That sock was your tip?
Oh, yeah, 2 titties. I used to have no titties. That is nice, though. I think I'm going to wear this more often. All right, I can't wait to get out of this shit.
Maybe go do that like as soon as possible.
Yeah, you may have to help me.
No, fuck that.
How do I take this hair out?
I'm not helping you with real fucking hair.
What's up, everybody? I am here in Thailand. This is the first time I've ever been here. Been dying to come here for years. The great Mike Swick. He's one of the big reasons he's been trying to pull me down here. What he built down here, AKA Thailand, is incredible. There's people here from all over the world. You can train mixed martial arts here, jiu-jitsu. They have weightlifting, they have cardio, and obviously they have Muay Thai, boxing, everything. I'm telling you guys, I know everybody wants to go to Thailand because Thailand's so cool, but you can't come to Thailand without coming to AKA Thailand. Come on.